going back a bit here, because I believe you prefaced this round of discussion with a question about, what is Mayor Pete's actual position with the homeless. And Mayor Pete has gone on record numerous times. You can browse through the South Bend Tribune. You can look up things he said about what his vision of South Bend is. And he has said repeatedly that he wants South Bend to be the home of the affluent and the educated. He won't show up to an event for the homeless, but he'll show up to an event of a ribbon cutting for $300,000 homes that cost $300,000. Did you see him at that ribbon cutting? Well, yeah, he's all proud of that because that represents his vision of what South Bend is. And he's on record saying it repeatedly: the affluent, the educated. So what that says to me is he doesn't even know his community. Okay? Sure, we have Notre Dame, we have Bethel, we have good educational systems within the city, but this city has never been a place of the affluent. The city has always been the hardworking grunts, the people who live paycheck to paycheck, the people who hit the ground running. And so I am insulted every time I hear Mayor Pete say South Bend should be a home for the affluent, a home for the educated. Means he knows nothing about who the people of South Bend are and who the people of South Bend have always been. We are basically the worker bees. We make things happen. And it doesn't mean that we're not educated, but what it says to me is he is out of touch with his own constituents. He is out of touch with what South Bend really represents.
And what would that foreshadow to you if he became the Democratic nominee for President of the United States?
Basically, it's the same thing, right? I mean, it's what's ever good for the educated, what's ever good for, if you're way up in the income bracket, well, then you're important to him. But if you're an everyday worker, if you have to, work 12 hours a day, well, it's not going to mean anything to him. If you're struggling to make ends meet, it's not going to matter to him. You want to go out, you want to pay your mortgage, you want to make your car payment, you want to pay your taxes, whatever. That's what you're working for, And yeah, we all want to better ourselves, but that's not the reality. All of us don't. There's a great commercial by Southern New Hampshire University, I think it is, where the gentleman says that opportunity is not distributed equally, and but like potential is, like we all have potential, but the opportunity to reach that potential is not distributed equally. And I think that that's a great way of saying where we are, not just in the country, but in the city as well. We don't all have the same opportunities. Doesn't mean we don't have potential. So, if he were to, God forbid, I don't want him to be president, but I think he would just forget about all of us, and like Clara so eloquently said, the middle class is shrinking, shrinking, shrinking. So who's his base going to be? Who's he going to pander to?
Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.